Okay, so I absolutely love this piece and I'm so excited to show you how I made it. So what I did first was I just rolled out some air dry clay. You know, you have to condition your clay. You basically just have to play with it. And then I rolled it out so that I could stretch it over the heart. Now, I didn't go wide enough at first. You are going to have to get it to stretch, but remember your clay is also going to shrink. So I just kind of pulled the clay so that it covered the whole surface of the heart, but you don't want to do it super tight because it's gonna shrink as it dries and then it might crack. So you can see that clay added a really nice texture. And now I'm just coming in with some craft paint, which I got at Walmart. It's by Apple Barrel. It's called Light Mocha, and I'm just going to paint the whole heart. So you can just ignore the paint colors. Those are all dry. I just like to keep reusing my stuff so that I'm not wasting a lot of materials. So I'm just using some old cups. So I'm just using some Mod Podge, and I'm gonna add some lightweight spackle in there and then color it. That is how I make my puffy paint. I have a video on it that's a little bit more detailed, which I can leave in the description. And then those are the colors that I'm using. It is Apple Barrel Light Mocha, and then the pink is called Rosemary, which I like to make my light pinks with. I just mix it. Since it's mixing into spackle, it is gonna turn lighter. And then I also added a little bit of white paint into the brown color so that I could make it even lighter. So you're just gonna stir it up, and what you're looking for is a yogurt-like consistency. If it's too thick, you wanna add more Mod Podge. If it's too thin, then you wanna add more spackle. So I put mine in a frosting bag, and I'm cutting the teeny tiniest little tip because I want a very thin line. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and start drawing like a grid on it, as you would see on an ice cream cone or waffle pattern. And I'm just cleaning up the lines a little bit with a damp paintbrush. And now I'm just doing the downward lines, and I continued the stripes all the way around the back. So after that is dry, which it dries very quickly, what you're gonna do is take some Mod Podge and then add some glitter. Now I added some diamond dust, but that wasn't quite doing it for me. So I also added some translucent glitter. It's from Michaels and it's called Glitz. Next, I was ready to do my drip sauce. I cut a much bigger hole in the bag this time so that I could get a much larger amount. And I obviously want my pink sauce to go where I've placed the top of the pattern where the line is, as you can see. I want it to cover that and drip down further, and you also have to do the back, so don't forget that. My one tip for this part is you have to do it all at once. I tried to go back because I had a little flaw in the top, and I tried to do a second layer of this after the first layer was dry, and it just didn't look right, and I almost ruined my project. I do save it, and I'll show you how I saved it coming up. As you can see the little divots and how bumpy it looks? It just didn't look good. That's where I tried to patch it. I just was not happy with those ridges. It just was so much more beautiful the first time. So please take it from me. You have to do it right the first time if you just want the pink sauce. So I was tempted anyway to do some chocolate sauce, so this made my decision for me. It's the exact same recipe, it's just with a dark brown paint added into the puffy paint sauce. And then so that's what I did, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that now. And I just followed the pattern, the random pattern that I had used for the pink drips. I just kind of tried to follow that, but not go down as far. And just remember that gravity will pull this down a little bit, so you want to keep that in mind. While it was still wet, I went ahead and took some fake sprinkles. I just chose these rainbow ones with the white stars. They just looked so bright and fun. And I put those all over. Now, I really debated putting glitter on the sauce, but at the end of the day, I decided to. And what I would recommend is when your sauce is still wet to go ahead and add the glitter, but this is how it worked out for me. So I went ahead and added Mod Podge, and then I went ahead and put some translucent glitter on it. This is again the Glitz, and it is the fine glitter from Michaels. Now I did things kind of backwards here. I went ahead and added a bow. This is just a mesh bow that I made, and it is from Dollar Tree mesh. It's called Snowball Mesh. And you can get it around Valentine's Day. You could probably find some on Etsy at random stores. And then after that, I was kind of debating, do I leave the stick because it's kind of a cone color, but I decided to go back and paint the stick. And then, of course, I added more glitter. If all else fails, just add more glitter, I'm telling you. So this is my final product. I love it so much. I think it is so cute and I can't wait to make some more. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please remember to subscribe and comment if you liked it. I also make tutorials for Facebook. There's a really great fake baking community there that I'd love to see you at. You can also find me on TikTok and on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Monday.